Nation, it is time for the rabbit hole! If you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of info you find on the internet or experience in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another, up until your curiosity is satisfied. So today, Truth Nation, for April 3rd, 2025, my rabbit hole, if we got attacked by aliens, how would you survive? Actually began with a poll, alright? It began with a poll that had went up on the internet, and the poll had a few states on this list that could actually survive an alien invasion. And me being the person that I am, I had to go down the rabbit hole. Like, what constitutes a state being able to beat out an alien invasion if it ever took place? Alright, I assume the essential items you would need would be water and non-perishable food items, you know, a first aid kit, guns, and salt. And me being me, I might need extra salt, you know, for these aliens. Just in case these aliens are allergic to salt, they might just bubble up like a slug if you throw the salt on them, alright? So don't mind me, Truth Nation, if you see me out randomly collecting salt from your dinner tables, alright, at the time of the alien invasion, alright? I might just have to run up in some, alright? I might need that more than salt, okay? Anyway, as I went further down my rabbit hole, Truth Nation, according to Giga Calculator, they mentioned the top 10 states that would totally survive an alien invasion. And I'm gonna list them from 10 all the way down to number 1, alright? Because ultimately, you know, I really wanted to know, like, would Wisconsin, like, survive? Would we be able to survive an alien invasion? But at number 10, they actually had Georgia, alright, because of their dense forest and strong agricultural bone, alright? And also because the ATL aliens, they might just see them as themselves, alright? They had Alaska at number 9. Because aliens is saving for the cold. Although, we do know now that the aliens are in the Atlantic Ocean. Alright, they're at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean in some kind of desolate location. But they're down there. Alright, the government has seen too many objects, alright, over the Atlantic Ocean going in and out the waters. Alright, that's a fact. Alright, you can look this up. They also have North Carolina at number 8 because of its military bases and coastlines. Alright, and Wisconsin, alright, is actually at number 7, which gave me good hope.
Number 7?
At number 7.
We're surviving an alien attack?
Yeah, I mean, these top 10 states would beat out the other 40.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty good right there, right? It says Wisconsin is number 7, and that could actually allow you to survive an alien invasion, right? Which made me feel so much safer. Because if it were to ever happen here, aliens would most likely not even think to invade Wisconsin. First off, because we're literally in the middle of the continent of North America, all right? Like, we're literally in the middle of this joint, okay? And on top of that, as I said before, aliens are built for the cold, all right? We have some of the coldest winters. And given the fact that we have the Kia boys here in Milwaukee, I guarantee you, as soon as the aliens would land, one of our YNs, one of our young Negroes out there will go and steal the mothership as soon as it landed. And we can't forget that we also had 60,000 people standing outside in Deer District. So imagine what Milwaukee would do to come together for our survival. All right, they have Florida at number 6. All right?
That's it.
Yeah, I figure Florida would be on here though. They all crazy down there. You know, they all crazy. It said that they're so crazy that if the aliens land, the first thing that the aliens would see is actually a shirtless Florida man wrestling an alligator at a gas station. All right, so they might just turn around off that. Oh, GP! And you also have to remember that Florida is also home to NASA. So, you know, push come to shove, Florida being as crazy as they are, Florida would probably throw a whole rocket ship at an alien if things got too terrible. They got Minnesota at number 5, New York at number 4, Massachusetts at number 3, and Alabama at number 2. All right, which I personally didn't believe until I actually got to thinking, you know, I went further down my rabbit hole of, if we got attacked by aliens, how would you survive? And I'm certain Alabama would choose this route. All right, it goes on to say, look, Alabama, if they got attacked by aliens, if the aliens landed in Alabama, they would never actually want to come back. Because if those Alabama citizens would have sex with their own first cousins, what do you think they would do to them aliens? What do you think Alabama folks would do to them aliens out there in Huntsville, out there in Montgomery? As soon as the aliens stepped foot on Montgomery, Alabama, y'all thought that the walk on summer was something? The walk on summer roads would be filled with alien juices. You know what I'm saying? They see a few double D breasted aliens. You know what they finna do to them aliens? Anyway, they go on and say that they have Virginia at number 1. Rank that